You ever walk into a room and feel like you missed something? Like there's a secret language everyone knows, but you catch a smile, a glance, a gesture, but something's just off. And then, just for a second, you look down, and there it is, her feet. Not moving, not fidgeting, just positioned in a way that speaks louder than words ever could. Most men are never taught this. We're told to look for eye contact, smiles, maybe even body posture. But her feet? Nah, that's invisible. That's the part nobody teaches you to pay attention to. But today that changes. Because what we're diving into isn't just about body language. It's about silent truths. The ones that live below the surface, the ones most men miss. Now let me ask you something. Have you ever been talking to a woman and everything seemed cool? She's laughing, tossing her hair, nodding along, but somehow you just felt like she wasn't really present, like she was already somewhere else? That's not paranoia. That's your gut catching something your eyes didn't, and more often than not, it's in her feet. See, here's the thing. Our feet are honest, the most honest part of our entire body. You can fake a smile, you can fake a voice. But your feet, they don't lie. They point where your mind wants to go. They reveal who you want to be near or away from. And once you learn how to read that, you'll see everything differently. Think about it. A woman might be trained, consciously, or not, to be polite, to smile at jokes, to maintain eye contact. But her feet, if they're angled toward the door or pointed at someone else in the room, it doesn't matter how sweet she sounds, she's already mentally out. That's not rudeness, that's instinct. It's the subconscious leading the way. Now imagine the opposite. She's standing in a group, maybe with a drink in her hand. There are guys around her, loud ones, smooth ones, trying too hard, and yet her feet are subtly turned toward one person. Maybe it's you. That tiny tilt of the toe, that slight lean of the body, that's a compass pointing directly at where her attention wants to be. It's not just where her feet point, it's how they behave. Still feet, calm interest, shifting weight, possible discomfort, tapping toes, either boredom or anxious energy, and crossed legs. Now that's a whole other story. If she's sitting with her legs crossed and her top leg's foot is pointing at you, that's often a sign she's dialed in, focused. You have her attention. But here's where things get interesting. Feet are part of our primal survival system. Back when we lived in caves, we needed to be able to run fast. That meant our feet always had to be ready, so if someone made us uncomfortable or threatened us, we'd subtly shift our feet away from them before we even made the decision to leave. That instinct, it's still hardwired into us. Now let's bring this back to the modern world. You're on a date, you're in a coffee shop, she's leaning in, smiling, making eye contact, but her feet are crossed and angled toward the exit. That's your sign. Something's off. Her body wants to leave. Maybe she's being polite. Maybe she's not even aware of it. But her feet just told the truth. That doesn't mean she's not into you, but it does mean there's a disconnect. And if you're paying attention, you can pivot. You can shift the vibe. You can ask a question that re-engages her, or even acknowledge the tension in a playful way. But if you miss it, you keep talking, thinking things are going great, when really you lost her 10 minutes ago. Now let's go a little deeper. Let's talk about attraction. Not the loud, flashy kind, but the subtle gravitational pull. When someone's drawn to you, their body can't help but follow. Her hips, her chest, her eyes, but especially her feet, they'll all begin to orient toward you unconsciously. It's like the body is surrendering to gravity. It leans, it points, it follows. In a crowded room, if a woman keeps her feet pointed in your direction, even while talking to someone else, that's your cue. You have her interest, even if her words haven't revealed it yet. It's subtle, it's quiet, but it's powerful. And this doesn't just apply to romantic interest. In a job interview, a meeting, even just casual conversation, watch where their feet go. Do they point at you, showing openness, or away, signaling disinterest or discomfort. What makes this so important is that it's not about manipulation, it's about awareness. Too many guys try to guess how a woman feels based on what she says. But words can be dressed up, filtered, edited. Feet, they're raw data. They tell you what's really happening. And once you learn to read that, you're not just more confident, you're calmer. Because you're no longer guessing, you're reading the truth in real time. And that's where the Stoic comes in. See, the Stoic man isn't desperate for signals. He's grounded. He observes. He doesn't chase validation. He reads the room. He acts with intention. Now here's the best part. When you start to notice feet, when you see that subtle shift in position, that unconscious dance beneath the surface, it changes how you move too. You stop chasing, you start responding, you become present, you stop worrying about what she says and start understanding what she feels. Let me give you a story. There was this guy I knew, quiet dude, nothing flashy, but he had this uncanny ability to know when a woman was into him, not because of her laugh or her words, but because of how she stood. He could walk into a bar and within seconds know who was open, who was guarded, and who was just being polite. His secret: feet. He watched where they pointed, how they shifted, if they mirrored his. And over time he got so good at reading those cues that women felt like he just got them, like he could read their mind. But it wasn't magic, it was observation, stillness, presence. This isn't about overanalyzing. You don't want to become obsessed, staring at shoes all day, but you do want to be attuned, aware, because feet are part of the story most men never read. And when you start to read them, you unlock a layer of connection that most people never touch. It's funny. We spend so much time trying to decode texts, dissect tones, and read between the lines, when the truth is sitting right there at our feet. Literally. So next time you're with someone, slow down. Watch where their body leans, where their toes go. Are they turned toward you or angled away? Are they still or fidgety? Are they mirroring your movement or moving against it? Because in those quiet moments, when no one's saying anything, her feet might be telling you everything. And once you learn this, you can't unsee it. You'll walk into rooms and immediately know who's drawn to who. You'll sense discomfort before it explodes. You'll spot attraction before a single word is spoken. And the best part, you'll carry yourself differently because knowledge gives you power. Not the kind that dominates, but the kind that understands, the kind that listens without speaking, the kind that sees without needing. To be seen, that's the Stoic way. Calm, grounded, aware. You don't need to chase attention, you read it. You don't need to force connection, you feel it. And it all starts with what's beneath the surface, with the truth no one else is watching. So the next time you're in a conversation and you want to know how she really feels, don't. Just look her in the eyes. Look a little lower. Her feet just might be whispering what her words never will.